Mauga is finally getting nerfed and ILLARI might be getting a buff. Okay, things are definitely getting interesting for the next patch. Hi guys, my name is Abby. We're going to be talking about something that Alec Dawson had said on Twitter about the upcoming balance changes for Overwatch 2. But before I do that, have a quick look at this super cool analytics and everything. Look at this. We have 75% of people that are watching my videos that aren't subscribed. Hey guys, if you are coming back regularly to watch my videos, and you're enjoying the content and you like hearing the news and all sorts of other stuff that I do on this channel, it's kind of an Overwatch everything channel now. Please hit that subscribe button and hit like on all the videos because it helps me grow the channel, it helps with the algorithm, and it helps me get paid by YouTube and all that other good stuff. So I make all this stuff for free, and I'm probably the only content creator who makes regular, like pretty much constant Overwatch videos every day or every other day. And then if I have exams, I make them like every like 2-3 days. So guys, if you want regular Overwatch content, doesn't matter what it is, you just enjoy Overwatch, you want news, guys, and everything, please hit subscribe and like on the video. It really means a lot. I really appreciate it. Now let's not waste any time and get straight into the balance patch. Okay, so what did Mr. Alec Dawson say? Alec Dawson had basically said what to expect is survivability nerfs, ammo nerfs, and more. Changes might be harsher than what's necessary. Why are they going to be harsher? Well, they've had some recent technology issues. Basically, there was a failed nerf hotfix before the break. They were not able to squeeze in a hotfix nerf, and he wants to be on the safe side of not strong. So he's basically openly admitting that, yeah, Mauga is going to get guttered. And I think there's never been a case in the history of this game where the developers have basically openly said that, yeah, we're gonna gutter this hero. Like, enough is enough. Like, this hero is a failed experiment. It's a failed project. This is not working out. Before I give my opinion on all of this, let's talk about the state of Mauga, and then we'll talk about ADI, right? The problem with Mauga is that they've made him so one-dimensional in design that, like, his entire quote-unquote hero identity is miniguns. Like, his E is uninspiring, his shift is meh, you never ever use it to make aggressive plays, otherwise you're feeding, or to just, take space from the enemy team or something like that so that they cannot take an angle to pressure you with. And then his ultimate is underwhelming as well because, again, there's nothing interesting going on. You just, at the end of the day, you are just miniguns. You are miniguns the character. We should just call him miniguns, not even Mauga at this point. Besides that, the inherent problem with Mauga is, well, at least, like, yes, his survivability can be annoying, but I would actually argue the biggest problem with Mauga is his lethality, and they didn't say anything about reducing his damage. Now, to be fair to Alec Dawson, he did say over there that they will have more changes. So most likely, maybe his lethality, like his lethality, hello, English, lethality is going to get nerfed. We don't know. I would like to see it get nerfed because the biggest frustration point, at least for me on Mauga and a lot of other people that I've seen in my comments from yesterday's video and the day before, is that people are saying that it's very frustrating to play against Mauga as another tank because it just melts you. Like, at any point that you try to do anything against him, you're just getting melted so quickly, there's nothing you can do about it. So, yes, survivability nerfs and ammo nerfs are nice. The ammo nerf will reduce his overall sustained damage over time, which is a good thing. The survivability nerfs is going to be good. I hope, like, when it comes to it, like the E he has, reduce the lifesteal back to what it was, or reduce the uptime by 1 full second, because I think the uptime of that lifesteal is ridiculous and it gives Mauga a window to just destroy other tanks before they can do anything about it. Those are my hopes. How Alec Dawson goes about doing all of this, I have no clue, right? Mauga has definitely enabled the worst state of the game. And we've talked about this a lot. I've been playing this game since the open beta, and I've followed it through thick and thin. I've never let this game go. And despite what has happened, like I've dealt with this game's problems, its ups, its downs, just everything, right? And I think definitely, like, Mauga has created the most, for a lack of better words, brain dead state of the game I've ever seen. Like, he's forcing supports to just look at him and heal bot, and he's forcing himself to just look at the enemy tank and just, like, damage bot, I guess, just melt the other guy, and then from there you can do what you want. But it is not fun. It is really not fun. I think Mauga, from a hero design perspective, has hilariously failed, and I was a little bit afraid that we would somehow reach this point because this, like, simplistic, easy to play hero design that they are trying to go for is not working. Like, it just doesn't work in shooters like that. And another example of this was Life Fever. Like, guys, remember when Life Fever came out and like how many like insane buffs they had to give him to actually like be viable, because they were like, yeah, we want to have like another mercy like hero that that doesn't necessarily need to aim to heal. Like that is fine, it's okay, you know. But the problem with him is like they try to overdo his gimmick. He has a massive hitbox. So many problems came with Life Fever, and then like I remember I had a discussion with like my group, and I was like, you know, imagine if like they ever released like a tank version of Life Fever where just by design and philosophy the hero was extremely flawed, and we would either have to overbuff him or over nerf him to ever be viable or not viable. And unfortunately, well, Mauga is a thing. And I really wish Mauga was a lot more similar to the Talon Assault Heavy from the Storm Rising and Retribution mission, because there were some unique things about him that I just like, I was like, okay, surely we will get, not like, you know, first of all, how come we don't have a skin for him with that uniform on? Like, come on, Blizzard, that's disappointing, first and foremost. And number two, what I don't understand is like the blueprint for the minigun playstyle was right there from the previous hero team, and they just didn't do anything with it. So incredibly disappointing. I think if there's ever been a hero where I genuinely think you need to like either gutter or remove from the game, completely change up and then bring back, is it's 100% Mauga. Unfortunately, he's a failed experiment. He's a failed project, and it's like I've been saying for the past few videos now. You can never find a good balance spot for him. So the only thing left for Mauga is that he's always going to be the tank that is just not going to be viable. And unfortunately, that has more to do with his hero design, like his whole overall gameplay style, than it does with the state of his balance and you know all that type of stuff. With that said, I really hope that they don't give up on him. Mauga has been a highly anticipated hero since like around Sigma, around the time Baptiste came out and we got his short story. There is a deep connection that people had that, yeah, we can't wait for Mauga, we can't wait. And then Mauga comes out and he's, you know, he was a disappointment. Let's keep it real. Now, with that being said, let's move over to Illari and why I'm a little bit worried about this one. So somebody in the comments had basically told Alec Dawson like, hey, buff Illari. And Alec Dawson was like, okay. So that's funny, first and foremost, you know, the Saitama okay meme. So the thing is, Illari, in my personal opinion, is not bad. And I kind of want to talk about this. Like, the reason Illari might feel weak right now is, first of all, this is literally not her meta. She is, by definition and by gameplay, a poke support who works really well in poke metas. When she was meta, poke was meta, right? And when she will become meta, she might also enable characters like Hanzo, Widowmaker, Ashe to kind of just sit around her, play with her, and snipe with her. What's important for us to understand is like, we don't know what they're going to be balancing, like changing up for Illari in terms of buffing her. But what I would like to see, if we do want to buff her, is okay, because she's a DPS support, let her charge up her like her damage shots faster, just by like 0.5 seconds, like nothing too over the top. Just see how that goes, see how that feels, and let it be, right? We don't need to do some over the top changes for Illari. I think where she is right now is fine. She's a situational support like Brig and Lucio, and that's okay to have, right? I understand that she's a very mechanically demanding support hero, for sure. There's no denying that, right? She's very mechanically demanding, so it can, like, and because there's a lot of supports that aren't mechanically demanding, for a support player to try and pick her up, it is a very big, like, reality check, you know, skill check. It's like, oh shit, I can't just AFK beam or, you know, trace my papers or just spray around. I actually have to aim and land these shots, blah, blah, things like that. So I understand how that can catch people off guard, but I feel like Illari is supposed to be that mechanically rewarding hero, and I hope they just play into that. I hope that when they change up and buff Illari, it's all about like being true to her mechanics and not just, okay guys, the pylon has more HP, it can heal more, blah blah. If anything, I would rather that they take away power in terms of healing from the pylon, let it be something that complements your own main healing, and let Illari have like more healing uptime in her weapon, so that like it encourages the player to be smarter with their decision making. It's like, okay, if you want to DPS, remember, like you can DPS, but you're sacrificing a lot of heals towards your team that you could be doing with your right click. So I would like if they encourage that rather than the boring playstyle of put the pylon up, take an off angle, kill one of their, you know, supports or something, and then keep moving. So That's at least how I would change up ILLARI. Anyways, everybody, that's all I got for today's video. Nothing really interesting happened. We have all sorts of fun videos coming out in the future, so if you want to support the channel for free, if you want to stick around for more of my beautiful voice, then all you have to do is press subscribe and hit like. It really helps a lot. And if you want to support the channel financially, well, Super Chat is always available until I get off my lazy ass and make a Patreon. Until then, I will see you in the next video and have a very, 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 very good weekend.